Hello friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel, and today is the unboxing of Hero Arts, my monthly kit. This kit is really awesome. It's all about the animals and Africa and jungle safari kind of thing. So as always, it came in a kind of paper. This time they gave the green paper, and so these are stamps and having some kind of natural twine with it. One for the zebra print and another for the animal print. And I really like and love to use those. If you watch my previous videos with this kit, you have an idea that I use all this stuff which came in a kit. So first of all, let's see what we have here is one black embossing powder, one cork sheet. Yeah, it's like two cork sheet, but it's like if you joint it, it's like half of 1/4, and 3 ink cubes. It's kind of olive green, wine color, and really orange color, and I'll link all the exact colors on my blog where I post the details. Then one metallic sheet which is in brown color, and two, I think these are quite a heavy cardstock, maybe it's 150 gm pound, and these are in pearl. So this came with this pack. And now what's the fun part about Hero Art kits is the stamps. Yes, stamps and dies. You got tons of stamps and coordinating dies, as well as one fancy die in this, and you can see the lots of sentiments. Wow. So there are kind of elephants, 1 2 3 4 5 elephant images, and in that one is with the small elephant, baby elephant, holding his mother or father elephant trunk. That's gonna nice. Cheetahs, 2 3 images of cheetahs, and lots of birds, zebras, monkeys, flamingos. One kind of man image with having arrow in his hand. It's kind of hunting thing, I suppose too. Then 1 2 3 4 trees, also 5 trees, a lion, a rhinoceros. Oh my god, lots of things. The snakes, the grass, and yeah, you have lots of sentiments like hugs, thanks, hoping birthday, Hakuna Matata. Yeah, Hakuna Matata and all kind of background remind me the Lion King movie with the song. I hope you also like that movie. And jumping for the joy, and oh my god, lots of sentiments. So let's went ahead for dies. So this time they have this one fancy die. If you watch the blog hop, there you can see that this is like a big sun die, and it's a really fancy and nice thing. And there is lots of add-on products in there. And oh wow, and this is kind of world map having all the animal prints. That sounds really interesting. And I'm just snipping apart the dies here, and main thing with these dies are for the bigger images you have dies, but some of the smaller images you don't have. So it's kind of everybody is going through the distress ink or distress oxide inks or watercolor inks in the background to make these things pop, and we will also do that things. But before that, I want to share some ideas with you. I don't know when I'm going to make the card. Nowadays time is a little bit precious thing for me. I'm trying to manage my time here. So look at this, how beautiful. This is the kind of color you can use for the stamping of these little buddies. So these are the images I want to show you, that what dies they are coming with. And so there is lion, tree, elephant, giraffe, and I think this one is for rhinoceros. Yeah, this is for rhinoceros. And sometimes I need to figure it out, that what is that. This is for kind of reindeer there, and this is for this man, and this one is for hippopotamus, I think. Yeah, and then this one is for, yep, I think this cheetah is sitting. So you have only these dies, and the remaining images you kind of like just stamp those. You can hand cut out those, just like fuzzy cutting or something else. Now with this, in the add-on product, they have lots of stencils and nice ombre ink, and one tree that already sold out when I tried to buy it, but then I just refused to, cause nowadays it's like they're having the tree and one grass border with it, and I have lots of grass borders with me, so I just skip that. So now let's jump to the ideas. Basically this kit is all about the sunset or sunrise in the Africas, in the night and moon, in the jungle safaris. So you can create this kind of background with the distress ink and then stamp this black animals just in front of it. If you watch the blog of, or I suggest you to go to Pinterest and see some images there, so you will kind of get that kind of thing. And definitely we're gonna make that kind of card. But we'll make some different card also, like rather than stamping these images in black, we will stamp these images in colorful inks, and then we can use like a very funky card with that. And third thought in my mind, that embossed resisting techniques. And what I'm planning to do for that, that I'll choose the big images from this where the nice and you can see the images, and then I'll choose any another stamp, maybe the flower stamp or kind of things which having these kind of things. This is the salmon stamp. I'm just kind of giving you example right now. I'm not doing any card with that, but in future videos you can see that, or maybe you can make that. So you can then you can see, like if this is the image of the elephant, then you can see these flowers are inside and having lots of colors there. So it's a very simple thing. Stamp the image, then you can just color those images on the paper, and then position your big stamp there which having lots of space, so you can see what behind that image. And then stamp this image with the VersaFine ink and just use the clear embossing powder, so you get that clear elephant there, but behind that you can see these colorful flowers. And then for the rest of the background, use the darkest color you have, like the purples and the blues and the reds and the orange and green. Possibilities are endless. So I had that kind of idea in mind. And if you watch my previous video also, I love to share the ideas when I just unbox the kit here. And these small critters like this flamingo, the snakes and all this stuff, you can stamp those, all of them, and create your background pattern with it, like the muted colors, which like grays in scale. So you have the kind of off color background with it, and then you can put some images in brighter colors, or the which you want to be focal images there. Another thing you can do with this card is you can make the Father's Day card like with this image, and means you can put this small image in the grayscale all over the stamp, or in very light color, or you can do the third or second generation stamping for this image. And then you can went ahead and just stamp this image and this image, and kind of put those image and just write down that Happy Father's Day or something for that. So this kind of work with that. Then these these trees are also nice for creating the background. They don't have the any cutout with more or less like the mountains here, because we don't need, because the sun is quite a big. And when you cut this, you can create one shaker card with it, because it's kind of oval. And you can just put a die cut thing on there, and it should not always be sun. You don't have to use it only with the orange or the sky color background. You can use this as a moon too. So it's like a white moon, and all the distress inks having like a sketch, blueprint, blue lagoon, mermaid lagoon and salty ocean, and put all this black shoot and make kind of nice night scene, and put this like just like a moon there, and one tree or one or more animal there. So it's like another way to use the things, or I suppose to say that. And then the another idea in my mind is you can create one full shaker card with this, as well as a circle card. So you can cut out the circle, make a round card, and this use as a full shaker card, and put some animals there, the small critters and animals. There are lots of small things, just stamp there, because they have lots of room to stamp the things. You can stamp some of the birds here, and they're flying, something like that. And you can put any sentiment here, like the wild about you, and so you can accomplish all the things in this small circle. Or you can make this as a small circular tag, or you can make the shaker card with it, or you can make the focal image with it, or you can just make the circular card just tell you before. And this gonna work really nice. I really like the size of this card. And this is very versatile die, so you don't have to stick this circle with this. You can use this like up till here. You can make a sun, and you can add waves here, puts little bit of boat if you have the different stamps, and it's gonna act like the sunset on a horizon, or it's like the sunrise or the moonrise, whatever you want to do with this. And the small creator is gonna really work well with this die. Another thing you can do with these dies is rather than stamping anything on these, you can just cut out these shapes with your pattern paper. Now yeah, that's not something interesting for you. Yeah, so you can just cut out these. Maybe you can use this glittery brown paper to cut out those things and just put them, because they look like this when you cut out, this gonna look like a lion. So you don't have to think, or this gonna look like a elephant, this look like a giraffe. So these are some bold and pretty patterns here, the images that you can definitely use, and you can cut out them with the printed paper. Just make sure that the pattern you are using kind of incorporate with it. Maybe it's an animal print or dotted print or greens, something like that. And if you want to really go crazy about that, you can use any the polka dots or something like that. You can put polka dot pattern papers, and you can cut out these 3 elephants and put some balloons there with you using another dies, and it's like the happy birthday card. Or you can do the same thing with this giraffe, or you can put and mix and match all these animals together to put out some kind of simple cards. Or you can make some kind of invitations there when you want to make the mass production of the card. And another thing you can do with these dies is when you are basically when you are stamping the things. And you can these stamps, when you see, okay, I'll show you what I'm trying to say is, you can use another technique here. It's called paper, I don't know what, okay, stamp smooching technique. But here we can use the another stamp. So I'm just pulling out the stamp. Oh my god, it's still sticky. So you have this big image to stick something. So you can just put this stamp here, and then choose another image, for example these green leaves or these flowers or something like that. And you put these images here. So you can use this like a mirror rock, and then you stamp. So your elephant is like the having the printed background it without embossing the thing, and you can have that. Another way to do that is you can just cut out this elephant from the any paper and make it as a stencil. And then when you have this cutout, put the cutout wherever you want to, and then you can stamp the images. So extra will go off the paper of the stencil, and the stamping images of only you will get the elephant shape. For this technique you can use the small sentiments also, like this one is the scripted writing. But if you have the simple small like simple sentiment, you can use that, like this hugs and thanks. This is gonna work with this. You can stamp this, the hugs, and stamp multiple time and feel this, and then just reveal that. So you have the elephant image which just says the hugs and stamps, and you can use in multiple colors or single color. You can emboss it. The possibilities are endless. And I just want to give some kind of ideas before I work in on this kit. Another thing you can do with this kit is they have lots of sentiments, nice sentiments, and having some kind of scripted writing there. And the font you can see that they are using 2 fonts. So this hugs in a different, and this thanks in a different font, and each of them is having 2 fonts. Please don't feed the animals this banner. This is not, but all those have the same kind of combination of the fonts. So you can just stamp all those and create your pattern paper with it, like hip hop birthday to you or Hakuna Matata all over it. And then you can do some kind of like image. Just you can cut this image and pop those images, or you can make the action wobblers with those. And yeah, those kind of things you can do with it. Another technique is I already have in my mind is you can stamp all these images in a one color, or you can put all these images in the Misty or your big stamp block just like that. And suppose I have these images, 2-3 images here, and then what I'm trying to say is, okay, then I'll put the masking paper here and put all the colors here, so whatever images you have in this, it's gonna same color, and then stamp that. Misty is the perfect way to use this, and then color all this so you can get a stripe of colorful animals rather than having them in black, because these are the solid color stamps. If you're not using Misty, or if you're using Misty, I suggest you to go ahead and condition your stamp. And how to condition your stamp is very simple. Use your Versafine ink and put this ink on here, or you can rub it with your hand, and this gonna nice to use. Another fun thing you can do is, I want to create that card. I don't know how many cards I'm gonna create it with this, but yeah, many times I have lots of ideas, but I have less time, so I'm not end up using all my ideas. So this time I've decided to I'll share as much ideas as possible. As so you can cut out this circle sun with the yellow paper, and then you can put this Hakuna Matata stamp all over it and line up it, and with the orange ink, and then use some distress orange ink all around it, and put this just like a focal image, and put one lion or here, and one the small critters, some kind of critters, and that gonna really look nice. In fact, in the background, if you want to do some, you can use this whole background like the sky blue colors, and you can use the watercolor papers. And there's Lawn Fawn and other companies have already having the watercolor papers, the MFTs. But if you don't have, you can create your own, as I do always. I love to do watercoloring just like this. I'm just smooshing some color here on this paper, so it will give that kind of contrast where the sky blue is background, and orange sun, and just kind of foreground it. You can use this as a mountain, or use the small grass strips here to create the base of, or the horizon of the sun, where the sun gonna set down there. And you can use, if you have any grass dye, you can use that grass dye also, so that also give a nice effect to it. Another thing you can do is, it's like you can create a long card, really long card, and you can put all the animals, where we have the a standard envelope, the long envelope, and you can create your own card with that size. And then you can put all these critters with the like in the line, and they kind of making the line, and you can put the happy birthday to you, or wild about you, with any sentiment which goes there, and it also looking really nice. And it's kind of forming a train of animals, and you can go ahead and do with that, with the two kind of animals, like the bigger one and the smaller one, so that also gonna rock the thing. Then you have this one die with the stamp and the die, and thing is that what we have in an add-on is little bit bigger, I think, in the Hero Arts. So if you want to put this tree here, you're gonna see that the trunk is really small here. So what I suggest, don't cut out the whole trunk here, just cut out the partially, die cut this, and then just use your pen and marker and longer that trunk, so you will get the bigger tree there. And you can manage to manage the scale here. So you can do that if you don't have the add-on product, still you can do that. And in the one card, you can just add this sun and the background, and create the sea suns, and with the watercolor or the distress inks, and then you can add all these birds just like that. And you don't have to do much more, just tear one little bit of paper with this glossy thing, and put there like a sand, and stamp your sentiment there. So it can be missing you, or it's kind of it's been too long, this kind of thing gonna work there. And another thing is, this die came with the kit came with this ink, so you can use all these inks and stamp. You can see that how they looks nice, and you can put all the inks together, and these are very nice and squeezy inks, and our Hero Arts inks are really juicy. So you can color you can basically stamp all these animals in each of the colors. So you have bunch of animals, so you can die cut those animals, or you can use the hand just fuzzy cut out the things. And this is the really nice combo, like the wine color, the olive green, and the orange. So you can go ahead with that. And yeah, this all about the kit. I will share the projects what I made with this kit. I don't know, maybe I'll come with some another idea, because it happens always with me. And maybe I'll use some kind of pattern paper. So I don't know, but thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you are still here and watching my long videos. And thank you for subscribing, leaving love with the comments, and I really appreciate that. It means lots to me if a single person gonna watch this, and it gonna helpful for someone, cause the purpose of doing this is only sharing. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can watch what I made with this kit, or the other things also. There are lots of surprises coming up. And until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. And you can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. So bye bye.